room. So, all right. So I got time. I was gonna take a quick cat nap. You know what I'm saying? Come back and do some lives, but I got some time because I'm having fun with this and I can do this all day. So it appears that Ryan Garcia, in a desperate attempt to try to salvage his reputation and try to get people to believe that he unintentionally and miraculously, mysteriously, that estrogen ended up in his system due to supplements that he didn't know had, estrogen in it. He's basically saying that it was contaminated, and that's the story that his lawyers are sticking to. So now you got some content creators saying, "See, I told you," and jumping for joy. At the end of the day, that's what his lawyers are supposed to do. He paid them to do a job, and they're doing their job, trying to maintain their innocence, just like anybody who hires a legal team. But here's the thing: I'm just laughing at the fact. So now all of a sudden, all the clients that went through VADA testing, this, that, and the third, numerous hundreds of fighters throughout the years. So Ryan Garcia has the only contaminated test. They had lawyers present when you know, they had lawyers present. They had lawyers present. They had people present when they came out with you know, the B samples, and he tested positive right away. Ryan Garcia already has said a week in advance he know the tests were going to come out positive. How would you know the tests come out positive? Because you knew you took something. At the end of the day, I'm laughing at the fact that people are still reaching and hoping that some Hail Mary is going to happen to where Ryan Garcia gets out of this. And even by some miracle, if he does find a way to get out of the positive drug testing, he still has to answer for the IVs that he wasn't supposed to have, that he didn't make aware to Team Haney. So they still can overturn his victory into a no contest. So I would hold off jumping for joy, trying to come on people's channel trolling. I kind of want you to come on my channel so I can destroy y'all. I kind of, you know, I kind of want you to come on my channel so I can destroy y'all. What part y'all don't understand that I know what's up? You think I don't know what's going on? What part you don't understand that I know what's going on? What part you don't understand that I'm in contact with Team Haney? What makes you think they don't got lawyers? So you think they don't got lawyers? Oh, well, Ryan Garcia's legal team said, okay, so, you know, they found Kevin Spacey guilty of, you know what I'm saying, doing what he was doing. So he had to settle. He lost a civil lawsuit. So, okay, he had lawyers. Okay, so he got lawyers. At the end of the day, this is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to fight for their client, and that's all that they're doing. But like I said before, you mean to tell me, like I said, so Ryan Garcia got the first contaminated VADA test. And I see there are some people that are some, you know, media outlets that's showing their bias and their racism towards Devin Haney, hoping that Ryan Garcia has a case, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for what's in your body. Okay? You are responsible. And then the Floyd Mayweather interview was damning. Floyd said, I don't know about nobody else, but I've always been a clean fighter. Well, Floyd, that's up in the air. That's up in the air. That's up in the air, Floyd, about you always being a clean fighter. But I promise you, Ryan Garcia gonna be singing a different tune when this ends up in court, when he's having a hearing, and I guarantee you he gonna change his tune. This is his legal team talking. But like I said before, they are supposed to protect the best interests of their client. That's what they supposed to do. They supposed to say, hey, Ryan Garcia did it. Now hand us our money. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna use the big words. They're gonna come up with a very articulate explanation on what's going on with Ryan Garcia failing the drug test. The thing is, he failed four. He failed four. 2 sample A's and 2 sample B's. Okay? So can we stop it? And like I said before, people are going to come on my channel trolling and saying somebody crying and all this stuff. Okay, well, if I'm crying, why are you watching the damn video? Obviously, you crying. Why are you watching my video to say that I'm crying? Obviously, you're crying. Why are you watching my videos then? I'm media. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Just because I'm not saying what you want me to say doesn't mean that somebody is crying. And I just came to the conclusion that a lot of you dudes on here are moist. You're moist. You're suspect. You are Skittles. Fruitopia. The way you get mad and protect somebody that you don't even know, never met before in life. See, the difference between me and y'all, I didn't been to Bill's house. I didn't hung out with Bill. Don't know Devin very well, but I didn't hung out with Bill in the Bay, been to his house, ate dinner at his house. I talk to Bill at least twice a week. Okay? I know what's going on. Just like I told my homeboy Ron on Instagram. I told him a day before the test results came out that Ryan Garcia was going to test positive. I told them some stuff that was up and coming. This is expected of Ryan Garcia. This is going to go on for a little while. Right now, they're working on getting a hearing. Team Haney going to present their evidence, and Team Garcia going to present their evidence. And due to the fact that this stuff is going to be cloudy, just because you got a cloud of suspicion, they're going to rule the fight a no contest. Keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, that Bernard Hopkins got his fight overturned, I think against Chad Dawson. When they declared it a knockout, he got a rule to no contest. So you don't think, due to the fact that you got 4 positive drug tests, that's not enough to overturn it? Now, they may order a rematch. Now, are they going to disqualify Ryan Garcia? Probably not, but they're going to rule it a no contest. So y'all might as well get prepared for that. Bernard Hopkins went talking about, hey, it should have been declared, and he has it was some merit to it. They shouldn't have declared it a knockout, but Bernard Hopkins was getting outboxed, and to me, he was looking for a way out. He was getting beat, so he got it overturned. What trip me out is people sitting up here talking about somebody is crying and people need to accept their loss as a man. But these are the same people that was making excuses for Manny Pacquiao losing to Jeff Horn, saying that Manny Pacquiao should protest it. They were hollering robbery versus Jeff Horn. They were hollering robbery versus Floyd Mayweather. See, whenever the non-black fighter has a questionable decision not go in his favor, then everybody is cool with it. But then if a black dude questions a decision, if it's close, it's controversial, they say he should take his loss like a man. And this is why I don't pay attention to none of these people on social media. Like I said, do you think I care what some white person think that's talking crazy behind a computer, who don't have no boxing skills whatsoever? The only skill they have is just talking crazy behind a computer? Or these other non-blacks? I mean, come on. And I just didn't see some, when I say I didn't see some high level cooning pertaining to this fight with some of the people on here, it's just laughable. I mean, it's just laughable. I mean, I don't even know what to say, and I don't even know how to explain some of the stuff that I've seen so far with how people are been protecting Ryan Garcia. So people are okay with somebody having something in their system. So I'll say this once again. I see a lot of fighters protecting Ryan Garcia. Okay, cool. You ain't gonna say that if that happened to you. How about this? Prove your theory that skills pay the bills. Okay. Sign a waiver and allow a fighter to take whatever PEDs he wants. And say that you sign a waiver, you're not going to protest the decision, whatever comes out of it, and you okay if you get deleted. I guarantee you, I promise you, if that happened to them, they would be saying the same stuff. That stuff, what them B samples, them A samples wasn't contaminated. It was already proven. Everybody had their team and their representatives there when they, you know what I'm saying, when they presented those B samples. So all this contamination and he got framed is just complete BS. And for people to still be, you know, stupefied and trying to come up with some logical explanation that Ryan Garcia got framed. Ryan Garcia ain't important enough to be framed. Okay? I'm just going to keep it 100. He's not important enough to be framed. He, at the end of the day, he just some damn boxer with a lot of followers. I can tell you where all this Devin Haney hate started from. It started, like I said, with the, you know what I'm saying? He got somebody intercepted his B samples and contaminated them. But I give his lawyers credit. They trying to find an angle. So if that's their angle, hey, more power to them. That's what they getting paid to do. To me, they not searching for the truth. They just buying time. You think if I was on a board or a commission and I heard somebody saying they don't know how it got there and all this kind of stuff, and they failed 4 drug tests, and then there was one where a possible substance was there and they rendered it inconclusive, which means, and then he admitted that he used the IV. So once again, they're going to have to explain the IV, even if they find a way to, pose a cloud of suspicion pertaining to the test. They're going to be like, well, why was you taking an IV? And why didn't you alert Team Haney? Right there, that's justification for the fight to be ruled a no contest. So Ryan Garcia is not going to be able to talk his ass out of it. So his enchilada eating ass is not going to get around this. And neither is his fans, because this is just getting real irritating. People keep talking about, oh, well, whether he used it or not, the outcome wouldn't have been different. Well, we'll never know now, will we? We'll never know now, will we? Like I said, so like I said before, so all of a sudden this dude wasn't doing research on the supplements he was taking. They have a list of supplements that can't turn up in your system. So you didn't do no research on the supplements that you was taking and putting in your body that could possibly cause you to fit. Let me explain something to you. How I know that they are full of it. I can tell you guys right now, and I'm going to give you some game. Don't ever, and I mean in your life, eat a poppy seed muffin before taking a drug test, because the seeds that they use in those poppy seeds are stems to, produce heroin. So it'll look like it'll cause you to not pass a drug test. It'll cause you not to pass the drug test, and they'll think you a heroin addict, or it'll come up as a controlled substance. So don't ever eat a poppy seed muffin before you take a drug test, because your drug test is gonna come up positive and you're not gonna have a job. And if you want a job and something happens, you're gonna be out of a job. So, I'm gonna look at that later on. I'm just dealing with this right now, so I'll talk about that later on about the T Wolves. So, um, but yeah, this needed to get brought to you guys' attention. I wanted to give you guys an update because I see some people are on here jumping for joy and thinking that they have something. Because at the end of the day, you still reaching for the sky, but you ain't touching it. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I highly recommend you don't do it. Well, at the end of the day, that's listen. They want to see a black fighter lose at all costs. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna prove to you it ain't no black and brown alliance because that's cap. Let me tell you something. If a if a black fighter is fighting a white fighter or a non-black fighter, the so-called brown people is gonna root for the white or the non-black fighter. If he Filipino, the so-called brown people gonna root for the Filipino. They gonna root for the white person, or they gonna root for the other form of non-black. It's gonna be anybody but the brother. Now, yeah, if they see him in person, yeah, they'll say, "Hey, can I take a picture?" But in the back of their mind, they're gonna be like, "I hope this nigger get beat." Or Mayate or whatever they call them. Like I said, that black and brown stuff is complete cap. Never existed, never will. Because I'm speaking the truth today. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. You've been seeing it. And this is the honest to God truth. Now, when it pertains to a black fighter, a white person, he may not have no horse in the race, so he may go for the black fighter. But that the brown people, they gonna root for the non-black fighter. It's gonna be anybody but the brother. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling the truth today because I don't feel like playing these games. I'm just telling the truth. Now I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but a lot of them are. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from California. I didn't you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just strictly saying, Mexicans. I'm saying a lot of those so-called brown people that call themselves browns. I'm talking about the Dominicans, I'm talking about the Puerto Ricans, I'm talking about the Ecuadorians, the dark skin, the dark so-called Afro Latinos. I'm just keeping it 100. A lot of them don't really roll with us. A lot of them don't roll with us. They act like they do, but they really don't. They ain't no different. Hey, they ain't no different from the neo Nazis or the Aryan Brotherhood or you know what I'm saying, the Hell's Angels. Some of the Hell's Angels. Some of them is okay. Some of them ain't. But I'm just telling the truth about this Ryan Garcia thing. Like I said, this has just been um what I just saw over the last month has just been it's been mind-boggling. But my eyes is wide open to the BS, and I'm just gonna just say it. You new generation of so-called brothers and sisters, y'all are just cowards. You are spineless and you gutless. You will cape for everybody but your own. And that's why the people that you cape for get all the resources and we don't get nothing. That's why everybody passes up, and then y'all gonna be the same people asking, "What well, do black people have that?" Because of niggas like you, niggas in bed wenches like you. So, so this just needed to be said. It's just getting to the point. It's just nerve wracking to see how delusional and cowardly people are. Talk about not being on code. Like I said before, when the situation with Pritchard Cologne happened, all that Afro Latino, we all black, that went out the window. They turned on Terrell Williams. So, like I said, and we should be the same way protecting Devin Haney. But then at the same time, we want to sit up here and cape for dudes like Tank who be hating on black people along with his mentor Floyd. And I saw Floyd basically making himself look even worse. He would have been better off not doing that interview. And Floyd was shaking in his boots. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm a clean fighter. Yeah, Floyd. We'll see. Because like I said, when this when this hits the fan, when this stuff is in court and when people present paperwork and all this kind of stuff, and when it looked like, I'm telling you, Ryan is going out Floyd. He gonna snitch on Floyd. Whether and here's the thing why they're not gonna believe Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia has been caught in lies. That situation with Logan Paul, that's damning. For you to accuse somebody of something and then turn right back around and say you sorry, then all the stuff about you smashed somebody's wife and then said you was just kidding. See, all that stuff is going to be presented in court. Because, see, it's going to come down to character. It's going to come down to who you believe. And Ryan Garcia has been caught in lie after lie. He has a very questionable character. He's known for not telling the truth. All this stuff is going to be presented in court. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Oh, I didn't even know that. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I'll be back with more. Definitely got to talk about this situation. Continue Floyd talk, Jaylen Brown talk, and the Timberwolves about to get sent home. It's your boy Town. I'm out.